Hey, shalom. This is IUIC Orlando, and I'm Officer Abel. And today we're going into You Guys Always Lying. You liars. So the name of this class is Liar, Liar, Your Pants on Fire. All right, so here we go. Let's get it started. All right, let's go into the law. And get on Exodus 20:16.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Should not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Now, who is your neighbor? Let's get that real quick. Let's get to the neighbor so they can know that I'm talking about Israel. I ain't worried about everybody else. But I'm going to be honest with you. You can't live peaceable with everybody when you're always lying. We should throw that out there too. But read that.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
In any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Your brother, your brethren, your kinsman, that's your neighbor. Your cousins, that's your neighbor. Your parents, your friends that are from the 12 tribes of Israel, your so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's your brethren. All right, let's go to Exodus 23 and 1. Read that.
Exodus chapter 23 and verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
You see that? Our people have always been supposed to be truthful people. That's why this law had to come out, because, our people lie in a heartbeat. We'll lie behind tears. We'll lie that we're sick. We'll fake cough. We'll do anything. So we got laws in the Bible that say do not give a false report. Now let's go. We got more. It's more. It's a lot more. Let's go to Leviticus 19:11.
Yes, sir.
You see how many times this has been repeated?
Right.
In the law books. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 11. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely.
You should not steal, neither deal falsely. Read that. Read again. Keep going.
Neither lie.
Neither what?
Neither lie.
Neither lie.
One to another.
One to another. It's just that simple. Neither lie. Because a lot of people talk so much they just end up lying or, just throwing stuff out there. So I'm just going to clear that up, man. Just something that you need to start watching out for what you're saying. Watch out what come out of your mouth. All right, let's go to Proverbs.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord.
Lying lips are what?
Lying lips are abomination to the Lord.
The Lord hate lying lips. He hated. Is it more than that?
Yes, sir. But they that deal truly are his delight.
You see that? But the ones that truthful, the one that tell the truth, that's his delight. Now let's get the one in Proverbs 19.
Yes, sir.
Proverbs 19 and 9.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished.
You see that? When you lying and you're a false witness to something that's going on, you're going to get your punishment. Read on.
And he that speaketh lies shall perish.
He that just speaketh lies shall what?
Shall perish.
You're going to get your judgment too. That's what you got to understand. There's no way around it. You cannot give false reports. You cannot just lie on your brother. You cannot just be telling lies just for the hell of it. That's why you got to watch what come out of your mouth. It said, do not lie one to another.
Right.
Just don't lie. I can't just sit there just be talking and lying to you. Do not lie one to another. That's what the Bible said. I just bring up that article real quick. Let me show y'all about these lies that we be telling. I know we're going through it a little fast, but I want to give you time to hear the whole class.
It says 12 types of lies and deception.
It says, go to why do people lie?
Why do people lie? Lies and deceptions may be used by an abusive person to cover their tracks.
So they did something crazy, so they got to cover it up.
Create an illusion.
Hey, one of those illusions that they created now? That I'm a woman, the trans.
Right.
You're
Yes,
like,
sir.
what the hell? You lying, man. I can see you. You're a man.
Right.
Like, I know what men look like.
Correct.
Burrito.
Create an illusion, distract from reality, make themselves look good or someone else look bad.
Exactly. You know, they just wasn't even there, but they still got a story to tell. The rumors and all that stuff. They got a story to tell. Wasn't even
Ooh.
there. You know,
Garner sympathy or advantage.
that's about them. What they call it? Them crying tears, them crying lies.
Crocodile.
Crocodile tears. Like, bro, hey, you lying. That's what you doing. You know how the show where they be talking about this is your baby or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Doing paternity tests. The woman would be crying. How can you look at this beautiful baby and think it ain't yours? Then at the end, you are not the father. Then she's like, oh, but I don't care anyway. He's like, what? Like, lies. Read on.
It says alter another person's perception of the situation.
And that's what them tears do. They people start trying to start believing in you a little bit. They're like,
Right.
you know, she might be right. She said she never been with nobody else.
Right.
Read on.
Or to give false impressions to other people about themselves or someone else. Distortions of the truth.
Wait, hold on. Where you at?
The last one, sir.
All right,
Last bullet point.
Read the last one.
To give false impressions to other people about themselves or someone else.
Now, this is what everybody hate. I hate this one right here. When people do that, when before you even meet a person, they are already trying to tell you about him. Hey man, I don't know, man. You gotta watch out for that guy. Like, man, bro, get out of my face, man. I don't know him. I don't need to know about him through you. Like if I want to talk to him, I just talk to him. Look up backbiting if you got a chance. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna show you what that is called, man. I can't stand that. I'm like, yeah, let them find out. Let them find out. Read that when you get it ready. Wish to that one. That's what you.
Right.
Hey, read that.
The definition of backbiting: malicious talk about someone who is not present.
Malicious talk against someone who is not present. You know, most of the time when they do that, they be lying.
Right.
They be lying. That person never can speak for themselves. They can't speak for themselves. Don't even worry about it. The Bible tells you got to get all the facts. Get all the facts before you bring something up. Have 2 or 3 witnesses. It said that in Deuteronomy. 2 or 3 witnesses. All right, read that in Romans 1 and let's start in 28.
Yes, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters.
What?
Backbiters.
And backbiters, they all do what?
Haters of God.
Backbiters are haters of God. Somebody coming up to you talking about somebody else, that means they hate God,
Right.
man. They hate God. They say they are haters of God. Read on.
Despiteful, proud,
What is proud? Proud coming for what?
destruction,
If it's destruction, that's when you're gonna get into sin. When you proud, read on.
boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful.
All right, we can stop it right there. Wait, actually, read that last one.
Yes, sir. Who, knowing the judgment of God,
Say they know. They know the judgment. They know the judgment of God. They know what's going on. Read on.
that they which commit such things are worthy of death.
They were there. What?
Worthy of death.
Damn. Most I said, I kill you. Keep on lying about my people.
Right.
Keep on lying. Keep on lying. I kill you. Read on.
Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
So when you just keep quiet, and I didn't have nothing to do with it. I've been just sitting there. He was doing all the talking, and you just keep quiet, and you still hang out with these type of people. Guess what? You gonna get it too. It's gonna be on you. You gonna get it too. Don't even worry about it. You know, the most I was like, there's no way out of it.
Right.
The most I like, there's no way out of it, bro. Hey, that's crazy. Like, you know what? Let me put just before we close this part out. Make sure the other people that just see it going on, you see this going on, and they don't say nothing. Make sure they get your hand up too.
Facts.
Hey, get that next article. We're gonna keep it rolling. I hope when y'all go to work or wherever y'all at, when y'all watch this video, y'all start thinking about what you say first. When y'all hanging out with the you know what that term to say, you don't got a lot to kick it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just sitting there talking
Right.
talking about stuff, and then you start boasting yourself up to something that you never really did. Because you just trying to hang out with some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Keep on talking. Read that when you're ready.
Yes, sir. 8 different types of lies people tell. No one would deny that lying is a bad habit. Yet many people are clueless as to how big of a problem it is. Sadly, lying can become an unconscious and destructive habit. Let's talk about the different kinds of lies and see if you recognize them. What to know about lying. Types of lies. Number 1, white lies. A white lie is often called the least serious of all lies. People tell white lies claiming to be tactful or polite. For example, it could be making up an excuse for not going to a party or showing appreciation for an undesirable gift.
Or not trying to? Are they trying to make an excuse like I ain't going to the feast day? They got a little cough, but you know it ain't that bad. You know it ain't that bad. But
Little
you
sniffle.
know what? I ain't coming in. I don't want to get everybody sick. I know I was coughing earlier today. Knowing that everybody knows that you have allergies. We see you. We hung out with you at parks,
Right.
at tabernacles. You got allergies. We can see that. But for somehow, you saying that you can't make it to the Sabbath on a Tuesday. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, but Rito.
Yes, sir. But telling white lies after a while can cause conflict with others because over time they understand the insincerity. That is why white liars can lose their credibility.
Exactly. Now I know
Dang.
nobody trust you no more. They like, bro, you ain't never around. You always got something going on, and some of this stuff seems too easy. Let's just jump to number 2.
Yes, sir. Number 2, broken promises.
Say what?
Broken promises.
I don't think people even realize that's a lie. When you say you're gonna do something, or you portray it as if you're gonna do it, your body language is like you do like a head nod, like, all right. Then you're gonna say something like, I never said I was gonna do it.
Right.
Bro, you lying.
Right. Sure.
Relax. But read that.
Yes, sir. Broken promises are a failure to keep one's spoken commitment or promise. Broken promises can be especially damaging when the person who made the promise had no intention whatsoever of keeping their word to begin with. Adam said, I told the girl, I know that I'd go with her to the game even though I knew I wouldn't be able to go. I wasn't trying to hurt her, but I didn't know what else to do.
Hey, ain't that just like the brothers of the Sabbath? Hey, real quick, let's get this scripture. I gotta pull this one. Get Ecclesiastes 5:4. Hey man, we be around this all the time. Right now, I'm just talking about in the house. In the house, or when you just, talking about my people right now. I'm just trying to get us right, man. We got to get right, too.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 4. When thou vowest a vow
When you make a promise
unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better it is that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay.
We don't.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel, that was an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands?
He said they're going to be angry at you because you just said you're going to do something. Right. Then you ain't going to do it. What's that in, Let me get that one in Matthew. I don't think I even wrote that one. Look at Matthew chapter 5, and let's start at verse. Let's start at verse 33.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 33. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths.
You see that? Let's look up forswear real quick for people to know what that really means. To forswear. Just for people, we have a clear understanding what's going on.
The definition of forswear: agree to give up or do without something.
Right below that.
Yep. Swear falsely, commit perjury.
You see that?
Yep.
So go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary part. See if they got Merriam on that one. And that should be below it. You scroll down. Maybe missing something here.
Yep. You want the first one, officer?
Yep, go. There you go.
Yes, sir. Merriam-Webster definition of forswear: to make a liar of oneself under or as if under oath.
You see that? That's what it's going over. So read verse 33 again.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 33. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old time, thou shalt not forswear thyself, but shalt perform unto the Lord thine oaths.
You see that? You making yourself out to be an idiot because you forswearing stuff that you can't even do.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne.
He's like, don't even do it. Just, hey, Lord's willing, I might do this. Lord's willing, I can do that. Read on.
Nor by the earth, for it is his footstool. Neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King.
Read on.
Neither shalt thou swear by thy head, because thou canst not make one hair white or black.
This is the point. Read that.
But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay.
Hey, keep that short, straight communication. Yes or no. Yay, yay, nay, nay. That's it. Like, keep it short. Like, are you going to do it? Yes. Lord's willing, I can do it. Keep it short. Yes. I have all plans on doing it. You know, like, let them know, like, look, I plan on doing it, but I'm not God.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't do it, something happened to me, I can't control that. I hope you understand that part. Right. You get what I'm saying? We got to have easy communication. As I said, this is how you communicate. Now go back to the
There's a little more on that, sir.
Oh, there's a little more?
Yes, sir.
All right, read that.
It says, for whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
So when you keep going on and on, I might be able to do all that. I don't know. It depends on blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, man, you just being evil, man. Just tell a man no. Mm-hmm. That's what that means to me. I'm going to just say, that's what that means. When you got too much to say, when I ask you going to do something, I'm like, no. He said no. I'm not even going to mess with you because I don't really want your spirit to be there, like forcefully be there, and then you throw everybody's spirit off. Right. So you don't want to do it. Like, don't worry about it, man. We can get somebody that want to do the work. Get somebody that want to do the work. Let's go back to the
the article.
The article, yeah.
All right. It says number 3, the lie of fabrication. Fabrication is telling others something you don't know for sure is true.
Wait. Hey, well, keep reading. This is actually kind of funny to me.
Fabrications are extremely hurtful because they lead to rumors that can damage someone else's reputation. Spreading rumors is not only a lie, but is also stealing another's reputation, Paul wrote. I admit that I love spreading rumors. It's all about telling lies about someone you don't like. It usually works. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's that backbiting.
Mm-hmm.
That's that backbiting. That's what that is, man. Actually, get Leviticus 19 and verse 16. fabricating lies.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
Right, telling everybody business, just making up stuff half the time. Read on.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord.
Now let's go from there. Let's go to Sirach 19. 19 and 7.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 7. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse.
You see that? He said, don't rehearse it. Somebody just told you some BS. Don't worry about it. Because you might just be rehearsing a lie.
Right.
That's what it said. Hey, don't even worry about that. You should have just told the person that was talking to you to shut up. That's what you should have did. Read on.
Whether it be to friend or foe.
No matter if that's your friend. Hey man, be quiet, man. I don't want to hear what you got to say about this dude. That's that man life. Read on.
Talk not of other men's lives.
Talk not of what?
Of other men's lives.
Read on.
And if thou canst without offense reveal them not.
Now if you hear some stuff, guess what? Keep it to yourself. You heard it. You overheard something, had nothing to do with you. Shut up. It's like just that simple. Just don't do it. Don't talk about it. Just let it go. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the article.
Number 4, the bold-faced lie. A bold-faced lie is telling something that everyone knows is a lie. It's simple and sometimes cute for a little child to tell a bold-faced lie about not eating any cookies, even though there's chocolate all over his or her face.
And then what they call that when on TV shows? They be like the dumb crimes. They're like, yo, everybody know you did it.
Then
I didn't do
cops.
it.
Yeah.
Like we can see your face.
Facts.
You got a tattoo on your face. That's you, man. Nobody else doing no stupid stuff like that. That's you. All right, let's go to the next one.
Yes, sir. Number 5, the lying in exaggeration. Exaggeration is enhancing a truth by adding lies to it. The person who exaggerates usually mixes truths and untruths to make themselves look impressive to others.
Hey, we used to call them the one-up brothers. Like somebody telling a story, and you're like, "Dang, this is a good story." You got like, "Hey, well, you might have did this, but I did it this way."
Right.
I was even like, "Boy, we was crazy." You're like, what? Like y'all did it too? Come on, man, you ain't doing that. You
Right.
exaggerate that, right? You ain't doing all that. We do things like that. That's why you gotta watch your conversation. You gotta pay attention to what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't gotta lie to kick it, as they say. Right. You don't have to lie to kick it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Hey, this exaggeration is funny as hell. That's something that a lot of men do. They one up every story. You're like, hey, when I played football, I was this good. Well, when I played, people bounce off me.
Right.
Came through there like Luke Cage on them. They
Running
like,
through them.
Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to switch back to the article.
Yes, sir. An exaggerator can weave truth and lies together, causing confusion even to the liar. Wow.
They call even the liar get confused. You're like, wait a minute, did I say that? I can't remember. Did I say that part right? Read on.
After a while, the exaggerator begins to believe his or her exaggeration.
All right, let's keep going down.
Yes, sir. Number 6, lies of deception. A deceiver tries to create an impression that causes others to be misled by not telling all the facts or creating a false impression. John admitted he was a deceiver. Sometimes I don't like being seen as smart, so I'll joke around about how smart I am just to try and get people to think that I'm not that smart. It works sometimes. It doesn't feel like I'm lying. I guess I'm just pretending to be something I'm not. Causing deception is a powerful and hurtful tool. It can be very subtle, yet deadly.
Man, hey, one thing about deception, women fall for that all the time. They get deceived all the time. Like hey, who was deceived first?
Mm-hmm.
The woman.
Yep.
The woman was deceived first, and then she brought it to the man. What we got?
Number 7.
Yeah.
Eight.
Let's jump down to 8.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can see it. We're gonna jump down to 8 though. We're gonna jump down to 8.
Number 8 says compulsive lying. Compulsive lying is often caused by low self-esteem and a need for attention. In fact, the compulsive liar finds it all but impossible to stop. A compulsive liar tells their mistruths even when telling the truth would be easier and better. Bree said, "This guy I grew up with tells lies like there's no tomorrow. What I don't get is that I actually think he believes every word of the lie is true. I think it's ridiculous."
Hey, you guys saw people like, what was the purpose in that lie,
Mhm.
man? What was the? I remember one of my friends was telling me that he watched the movie, right? 'Cause we was watching the preview at his house, and then he was like, "Yeah, man, that movie good." Well, we watched that movie. Then all of a sudden, he said, "Come in theaters this Friday." I was like, "Man, it's Monday, bro."
Brother, time traveled.
He was like, "You didn't have to do that. Like, nobody cared." Hey, then we at his house, so we try not to laugh that hard. But he's
Right.
like, "Dang, bro, you didn't have to tell that lie, man."
Facts.
It was okay. It was okay to not have seen that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Like nobody else, we broke it away. We ain't going to see it in the theaters.
Thanks for the lie.
Thanks for your lie.
Right.
Them compulsive lie, they just lie for no reason. Like, bro, you didn't have to say that, man. We was good. Let's get Sirach 20.
Yes, sir.
Sirach chapter 20, verse 24.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna start at 24.
Man, no need to lie.
But this is the thing. People don't know it's judgment behind that. You just doing just random stuff. Hey, like it's judgment. You gotta. That's why sometimes like you just gotta talk a little less.
Mm-hmm.
You like when you're around people and you one of those people that you exaggerate a lot. Just don't talk that much. Like when you're around some people, like just chill. But read that when you got it.
Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 20 and verse 24. A lie is a foul blot in a man, yet it is continually in the mouth of the untaught.
You see that? It is continually in your mouth of the untaught. Like I'm telling y'all now. Don't say you haven't been taught. You've been taught now.
Right.
I'm telling you now. So if you're reading out of the scriptures, so the Most High been telling us for centuries, you've been taught. Read that again.
Yes, sir. A lie is a foul blot in a man, yet it is continually in the mouth of the untaught.
Compulsive lie, lying for just lie all the time. Liar, your pants is on fire.
Right.
You gonna burn. Read on.
A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie.
But you worse than a thief. I'd rather dudes just steal from it than be around a compulsive lie. Hey, you like a thief. A thief is better. Read that again, man. Read that again.
A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie. But they both shall have destruction to heritage.
They both gonna burn. They both going to burn. But what he's saying is like, but I just rather have a body that'll tell the truth. But he's a thief. A thief gonna lie for eventually. He's gonna be like, what my wallet? I don't know. He lying already. He the one that took it. The thief gonna eventually lie anyway because he gonna get caught. You're gonna find out something missing before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. Let's go to Ephesians real quick. Ephesians 4:22. Gonna get some a little bit of some loose solutions here.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation.
That's what I'm saying. When you have these conversations, when you're having all these conversations, you talking to your friends. Some of them conversations you have no business even talking about. If you just remove yourself from them conversations, you might not feel like you got a lie to kick it.
Mm-hmm.
You might not feel like you got to exaggerate the truth. You might not start talking about other people's business. Just remove yourself. If they're in the street, but when you're around your people, guess what? Be like, hey, man, you know that's wrong. Why you talking about that brother? That brother ain't even here. What's wrong with you? And then when they lie about something that you don't even need to lie about, just, I don't know, laugh from the scorn. But we know you're lying, bro.
Mhm.
What are you talking about? Laugh from the scorn. Make sure you don't do it no more. Chastise that brother. Make sure he knows that, yo, you a liar, man. You can go to hell for that. I read that from the top again.
Yes, sir. Ephesians 4 and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
You know what? Lying is deceitful. It's a lust behind that lying thing, man. I'm trying to tell you.
That's heavy.
It's a lust behind it. 'Cause what was that first article showed? Why do people lie? Hey, officer, if you can, go back to that first article. It said, why do people lie? It's a lust behind that thing, man. And people try to act like it's all good. Like, nah, it ain't all good.
Why do people lie?
See, it's a lust. So it feel good when you can do what?
Cover their tracks,
When you can cover your tracks, you feel good.
create an illusion,
You can confuse people, create illusions, you fabricate things.
distract from reality.
So you making, what your lies is really doing is you making people move to the beat of your drum. Because you know you lying. They might not know that you're lying.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I'm saying? So you are fabricating your own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go back to the other article. We're going to scroll down. I think it's got something that how you can recognize a lie on that. Let's
There you go.
scroll
right
down.
there.
It got like a little list.
Mhm.
Just read the bold face on that about how you can tell sometimes.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it may not be 100%, but when you read these, it's funny as hell, man. Because I know y'all seen this. Read that first one. When you're supposed to lie, this always running to you. What that first one say?
Inconsistent stories,
Keep reading the bold face.
body
The
language,
body language start changing. They start getting uncomfortable.
changes in vocal pitch,
Hey, you know Judah do that. Judah be like, man, talk about.
overemphasis, and defensiveness.
Exactly. Man, they did have it, man.
Right.
Boy, what you gonna tell me? Read on.
Inappropriate smiling or laughing.
Exactly. They try to hide it. They try to hide behind the laughter.
Avoidance of direct answers.
They don't. Hey, you coming? What we just actually that's just what we read in Matthew. They don't know yay, no nay. They got all kinds of random issues that don't make sense. So you be like, nah, you ain't gonna do it.
Ramble.
No.
Yep.
His answer is no. Go ahead.
Baseline behavior.
That's a deep one right there. That's a deep one. Even in your relationships, when that behavior start changing for you don't know what the hell is damn, what the hell is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
The behavior is changing and it ain't changing for the better. Somebody might have a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody might have a sin and they lying about something. Read that last one.
Changes in blinking patterns.
Actually, I seen that before. But you know what? Women are good. They ain't no blink that much. They'll just start crying on you though. But I seen that right there before, man. The changes in blinking patterns.
Yes, sir.
You can get off that. Let's go back to Ephesians. Then we're gonna close this out.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
To your deceitful lust of lying, read.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
It's something really comfortable when everything you comfortable when you telling the truth. I'm just being honest.
Correct.
Like, I don't have any lies and no secrets to hide, right? So if my wife get my phone, I'm like, only thing I would say, don't go into my Telegram and look at brothers' stuff, what brothers have sent me. That's it. Other than that, I don't care, whatever. it's comfortability in that. But when a skeezer sending you text messages and a skeezer is calling your phone, guess what? You're like, give my phone back. Ah! and your wife like, oh, snap, what happened? Oh, damn it, something on that phone. He's lying to me. He's lying about where he's at all the time. When I don't know where he's at. He ain't with the brothers. I don't know where the hell he's at.
Right.
He knows. I read on.
Yes, sir. And that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness.
Read on.
Verse 25. Wherefore, putting away lying.
Doing what?
Putting away lying.
Put the lying away. just put it away. Focus on it. Help yourself. I don't know. Pray on it. Fast on it. And then apply it. Read.
Speak every man truth with his neighbor.
Do what?
Speak every man truth with his neighbor.
Because that's what they said in the law. Be truthful to your neighbors.
Right.
You know, I mean, I think it was the name Bowes. We were changing the balances with when we were purchasing stuff. We was lying to our neighbor all the time. Dealing deceitfulness. Went into all the kinds of chattel slavery over little crazy stuff. You cannot love your brother if you lying to him. It don't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Read the rest of that.
Yes, sir. For we are members of one of another.
Exactly. We're supposed to be at one. This is my last scripture. Y'all know I'm gonna get it because that's what the topic is about. And guess what? This is my liar, your pants on fire scripture right here. Revelation 21,
Yes, sir.
7 and 8.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son.
Exactly. Read on.
But the fearful.
But the what?
But the fearful.
Read on.
And unbelieving.
The unbelieving, the fearful. They put all these type of people together. Read on.
And the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars.
In what?
All liars.
In all liars.
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
You're going to have your part in the lake of fire. That's your part. Hey, you stand there. That's your area. You right there. You right there with your jeans on. Right there. Jeans and boots.
Flame on.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Read on.
Which is the second death.
Which is the what?
The second death.
You ain't coming back from that, bro. That's it. So you stop the lying, Israel. We got to be better people. We got to be better socially. We got to love one another. You got to love your neighbor. Now, my name is Officer Abel, and I hope that was edifying for you. Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.